morning pre-prep. Welcome to our third assembly of the summer term, which today is coming from Mrs. Lawford's classroom. I hope you all had a lovely weekend and enjoyed some of the sunshine that came out to play. I know I certainly had fun going out for walks and on my bike and just sitting in the garden reading my book with the lovely warm sun warming my face. Well, let's get started by saying lots of well dones to all of you children who have earned yourself a merit for the work you did last week. So in Miss Knight's class, she would like to give one to Eve, who has been really enthusiastic with all of the talk for writing work this week. So well done, Eve. One for Charlie, who did a really impressive painting on the computer. Brilliant work, Charlie. And one for Bethia for her fantastic Easter puppet show. Mrs. Kitto would like one for Ruby, who has just been really enthusiastic for all the activities she has posted on Seesaw. And the same for Matilda, who has also posted lots of videos showing herself to be really enjoying the tasks that have been set. And one for Evan for his super poetry performance. Mrs. Lawford would like one for Harper, who has done some super performances of spider songs and rhymes. And one for Oliver, who added lots of detail to his portrait of his daddy. Well done, Oliver. In Year 2, Mrs. Fiddler would like one for Rafe. And this is also from Mrs. Gray for your fantastic forest schoolwork and your amazing African artwork. One for Ottilie for fantastic problem solving in maths. One for Mabel for your detailed book and character review. And one for Olive, again from Mrs. Gray, for your fantastic African artwork. So well done all of you. So I'm going to pop these in the post along with a merit sticker that you'll be able to wear this week and know just how proud of you your teachers are. And I've also got the award, the Star Award tin, which means I have some certificates here. 4 certificates. All of these children have achieved their Gold Award. And we've got one for Robin, one for Mabel, one for Rafe, and one for Charlie. Well done, all of you. That means you've got 70 rocket points. It also means I'll be posting those home to you along with your Gold Star Award badge, which you can pop on your blazer and add it to the collection. You should now have a purple, a bronze, a silver, and now a gold. That's brilliant. Well done. Showing us that you're still working ever so hard at home, even though you're not in school. So our assemblies, we've been thinking about being scared, being afraid, and trying to find some courage to help us overcome our fears. We've thought about St. George and how he battled that terrifying dragon. And last week we thought about a story from the Bible, which tells us about a little boy called David, who was brave enough to battle a big giant called Goliath. I'm still trying to find the courage to make me feel a little bit braver when I'm near horses. And you know, being afraid is okay, it's fine. Sometimes it's our body's way of helping us keep safe. If I was walking along the road and saw a big snake slithering towards me, I would feel afraid and I would know that I needed to run away. But sometimes feeling afraid can stop us doing things which we might enjoy. I see lots of photos of all of you having wonderful fun with your horses and ponies. Maybe it's a bit like when you first take your stabilisers off your bike and you're afraid of falling off and you don't think you can do it. But after lots of practice and lots of trying, you do it and you realise just how much fun you have on your bike. There's a story, another story in the Bible, which tells of Jesus being out on a fishing boat with his disciples, his very best friends. Lots of his disciples were fishermen, so they were used to being on boats in all sorts of weather. This particular day they were on the boat, a huge storm came, and it really frightened them. The boat was being tossed around, and they thought maybe their boat might sink. And they looked at Jesus, who was sleeping. He slept through this terrifying storm. So his friends woke him up because they were feeling very frightened and worried. And Jesus stood up and somehow he managed to calm the storm. And as he calmed the storm, he calmed his friends down. They no longer felt worried and afraid. I think maybe just knowing Jesus was with them made them feel brave. And sometimes having a friend friends with you, or a grown-up, or somebody from your family, can help you feel, can help you find that courage that you might need to do something that you might be a little bit afraid to do on your own. Well, today's story is called The Lion Inside. This is a new book that I found, and I knew it would be a really good story for our assemblies. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold, stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under that rock, in a tiny full house, lived the littlest, quietest, meekest brown mouse. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him ever at all. He got trod on and sat on and missed out for stuff. Ignored and forgotten, yes, mouse life was tough. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was Lion O'Clock. This huge, toothsome creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could roar. I hope you joined in with that roar at home. He was head of the pack. He was shouty and tough. He loved showing the crowd he was made of strong stuff. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty king cat. If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. Then late one dark night, in his Minnie Mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He jumped from the covers and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. I mean, what if this mouse with the weeniest squeak was a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. But, oh my gosh, there was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. It was time to be strong, take a chance. After all, forever was such a long time to feel small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do. But if you want things to change, you first have to change you. The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then, at last, as he stood on his tippity toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Pardon me. Wake up, Mr. Lion, you've got company. Squeak! Mr. Lion, what I've come to you for is squeak! Do you think you can teach me your roar? A silence befell that twinkling plain. Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. Time slowed right down. Why, it felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out an eek! The lion was shaking, his paws all a-fumble. He was backing away with a scrambling tumble. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, try to be nice. Well, my goodness, this lion was frightened of mice. Don't worry, Mouse peeped. I'm a friend, not a foe. Let's rock this together. We'll have fun, don't you know? That was a magical moment for sure, when Mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out, and for that you don't need to roar or to shout. And from that day and always the two were a pair. They both liked that rock better, now that rock was to share. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head, and Lion, he still roared, but with laughter instead. they both learned that no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. I think maybe I need to have a little search for my lion next time I see a horse. Do you think I can do it? I think if I know you're all thinking of me, I just might be able to find that courage I need to be brave. So I was thinking about what song we should sing to go with that story. And I thought, I know one that will cheer everybody up. It's a song that we sing in springtime, and it's about something that's very small, but is going to have a lot of fun. Stand yourselves up. I'm going to put it on, and I know you'll know what it is straight away. Chicken definitely sounds like he's the sort of creature that would find the lion inside of him. So let's do our prayer. I'm going to light the candle. Hopefully you're going to put your hands together, close your eyes, and make this prayer your own by saying Amen at the end. Dear God, thank you that you understand when we are afraid. Help me find the lion inside of me by asking for help when I feel afraid. Help me today and every day. Amen. I wonder if this week you can find the lion inside of you when maybe you're feeling a little bit scared or a little bit frightened and you need to find that little bit of courage. Or maybe you can help somebody else find the lion inside of them by giving them a little helping hand for them to feel brave. Well, that's it for this week, Pre-Prep. I hope you have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing all of your work coming through on Tapestry and Seesaw. But for now, I'm off to find the lion inside of me. I'll leave you with our assembly music.